Hey guys, this is Andy. So just finished up the screen replacement for the iPad Air 4. Just kind of want to go over a few things that I did here with the iPad. I recorded a video. I'll be throwing that on YouTube. There's no audio to it. Don't know why. I'll have to go back and take a look at some of my editing software, see if I can figure out what went wrong. But basically, I'm just going to give a verbal rundown as to what I did. The first video, if you guys watch it, was pulling off the screen, taking a hair dryer or a heat gun. I recommend a heat gun. It gets a little bit higher temperature. You want to avoid the actual LED display underneath it. You just want to go around the edges of that tablet, and that's going to loosen up the adhesive so you can pull the screen off. You can buy packs to do all this on Amazon or eBay if anyone still uses that. That's usually where I get mine, is Amazon. I think it's like anywhere from 10 to 25 bucks. They're all slightly different. The tools they send you, some are better quality, some are worse. So after you pull that screen off, you're gonna clean everything up. You want to get all the little shards of glass out of it. You don't want little pieces of glass bouncing around in a tablet. You want to get all that out. So what I normally do is just kind of take it, I'll wipe everything down with a microfiber towel. A little guy like this, wipe down the screen. Do this constantly when replacing a screen. It's definitely going to help you out, and it's going to look a lot better quality when you give it back to the customer and they're like, oh, everything. Sometimes they go like this, listen for anything, and they'll appreciate the hard work you put into it. It's the little things that make something that is tragic to people when they break an iPad screen or a tablet, and they're like, oh no, now I have to spend $200 on a new one when you can get it fixed. My charge rate is significantly lower than some of them that I've seen out there for them. I've done quite a few of them, so I kind of know what I'm working with, and it really just depends on how much the parts are going to cost. So the new screen, the new water seal that goes around the edging of it, and then my hourly rate, which it varies. Some tablets take a lot longer than others, but so after you're done scraping away all the glass, you want to get some of that residual adhesive glue just off of there. So if you take like a alcohol wipe and you just kind of wipe away at it, I usually take a very thin blade too, and kind of like a straight razor. You just take that and kind of scratch at it, but the alcohol usually does enough to take it right off. So and then some of the actual packs come with the proper material, the proper products to clean your screen, to do certain things like that. So it makes it a lot easier on you in the long run. So I definitely recommend spending an extra $5-6 on something that comes with the additional tools to do the job. After you do that, you want to inspect all of your components, make sure nothing else is damaged. You want to look at the edging as well as the corners. Mine, which you'll probably see in the video, the corners were pretty heavily damaged. So a lot of people, they'll hit it on whatever, coffee table, will drop it on the floor, and it always hits on the edges. Don't know why, always happens. So the edges were a little bent in, and it was causing some issue with the rain seal not actually making, or the rain seal, the water seal making contact, and then with the new glass, as I was describing in the recording of the video, when it starts to bend, that water seal will bend with it, and then when you pull that off and you put the new one on, that's a brand new one. So it's all formed to how it should be. So now you have to mimic already damaged, the edges were already damaged, so now you have to mimic what that was, and get it to fit but still look clean, if that makes sense. And then you put glass on top of that, and now you have like a hard surface, water seal, and another hard surface. Now you have to try and reform that aluminum body that these iPads have to the glass so that it's actually fitting up around it and causing and actually allowing it to do that water seal, which that's why people get iPads and tablets, is they want something where if it gets a little wet, it's not going to short everything out. You pour any kind of water on a laptop, for the most part, you're going to lose a component or two. Depends on how far the water actually gets. But so yeah, after you inspect all of that, then you want to try and adjust any of the edging or like the flange edge to it, because it basically goes like this, and then it kind of buckles in, and some of those little flanges that come around that the rain seal goes in, they'll get bent up too. So just make sure, take like a flathead and see if you can kind of bend them up or bend them down a little bit if they're sitting straight up. And that'll all come to, once you get that glass on there, you'll start to find there's certain areas that aren't fitting properly, and you'll have to make those proper adjustments to the screen, and to the chassis itself. So yeah, you get that rain seal in then, make sure it fits around in the edges and it's actually making contact. Some of them come with the adhesive on it already, some of them don't. Mine did. Like I said, I think it was like $20 for mine, and it came with literally everything I needed, and then some. It actually came with some extra adhesive too, so just in case, sometimes it doesn't always stick, and then you're stuck with, oh crap. So then you take the screen, and you want to, I always keep the film on the screen. I don't take that off until I give it to the customer. Pull it off, they're the first ones touching the actual screen. Before you actually put that, pull the adhesive off of the tablet screen, check that everything works. So make sure the power's on, make sure that your home button works, make sure that you can hit all of your numbers on the screen, you can navigate things, you can hit all edges of the corner, all corners of the screen, and make sure everything's actually functioning the way it needs to. Because once you pull that off, you put that screen on, you don't want to pull it off again. I'm telling you right now, you're basically buying another screen, because there's a very good chance that even though it's not a cracked screen, it's going to chip or it's going to break somewhere when you're trying to pull it off. It's not an easy task. So the hardest part about it is pulling it off. So, and then trying to pull it off without breaking it makes it even harder. So yeah, once you got all everything good with the screen, everything's working, functionality's all back, go ahead and pull that adhesive tape off, or the covering on the adhesive, lay it on top, push down on each side, the corners, make sure everything is fitting the way you need it to fit. Make sure your camera, it's got this little aluminum clip on the inside that fits into where the actual camera sits. Make sure that that's properly seated as well, and it won't make, the adhesive up top won't make contact if that's not properly seated. So if you can mess that up, you might be in the wrong field. Don't try to mess with tablets. But yeah, I encourage people, if you got it, try it. What's $20 to fix a screen over taking it and having someone pay $150 to have a screen replaced? I've done them on smartphones and stuff like that too. I try to avoid cell phones because a lot of people have insurance and stuff like that. $100 compared to $150 if you take it into some of these places, just doesn't really pay for itself. So and then what I'm doing right now, kind of show you guys here. Screw up my screen again. Is right here. The tablet is actually sitting underneath that. So the tablet's going to sit under that, and that has it's only about 10 pounds. So it's not super heavy, but it's enough. And it's flat on the bottom where it's going to add some pressure to it, and it's really going to cause that seal. So I'm going to leave it there for a couple of hours and let that kind of do its thing, and then I'm going to repackage it in some fancy bubble wrap with one of the thorn cards. There we go, close enough. Camera doesn't want to adjust. One of the thorn cards, and then also I add a thank you letter in there. Thank you for choosing Thorn Computers. We try to do what we can for our customers, and we're growing. So if anyone is interested in gaming PC, any kind of support, IT support, computers, desktops, laptops, tablets, I'm always open for questions. Shoot us an email, thorncomputers@gmail.com. Like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe if you like what I'm showing you. Please comment. Let me know what you guys actually think. Let me know what you want to see. I got stuff for builds sitting around, what I want to start doing, and if you guys want to see this, start benchmarking certain CPUs, certain GPUs, and having you guys all kind of see what I'm doing, the difference between a 1050 and a 1080 in certain games. I know you guys can find all the stuff on YouTube, which that's why you're here, but if you want to actually see, I'll run through Unigine, I'll run up GTA 5, I'll run up ARMA, which is very heavy on GPU and RAM. So you'll be able to see a huge difference between a 1050 and a 1080. And it's right there if you guys are interested in looking at that stuff. I'll also put what components are in the computer, how much RAM is in the system, what kind of motherboard, and you can kind of get a feel for what a computer is and what kind of computer you're going to get if you're thinking about building one, or if you're looking to have one built. And we build computers, so please inquire with Thorn Computers, thorncomputers.com. If you want to, send an email to me directly. It's myself and my wife. We manage everything. So I'm always open for questions. I love questions. I love being able to help out the people who help me out. You guys, I'm not just here for you. You guys are here for me too. So it's a massive race. This is the best console out there. PC, gaming, this beats Xbox and PlayStation any day of the week. And I'll argue with people all day about this. It's that much better. So yeah, stop by the site, shoot me a email, or leave some comments. Like, subscribe. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed the Thorn experience, and I'll see you guys soon.